What's going on, everybody? So first of all, yeah, I know I need a tan. Like Eric said in the last video, I do need a tan, okay? I'm gonna get on that in the next couple of weeks. It's just been crazy. All right, so I'm gonna talk about really quick about where I'm at with my progress as far as my macros, and then I'm gonna talk about metabolic capacity. I'm gonna talk about an adaptive metabolism, and I'm gonna talk about some things that you can do to take care of your metabolism so it's healthier, okay? So, first things first. This was probably about 2 years ago, the last time I dieted down, and it was pretty much exactly 2 years ago. So this was exactly the numbers that I started on my reverse diet. It was 250 grams of protein, 300 grams of carbs, 70 grams of fat. So I reverse dieted for 2 years, okay? Now it wasn't, straight linear, just reverse diet for 2 years, okay? Because if I would have done that, I would have put on so much fat, okay? I did anywhere from a 12 to 16 week cyclical diet, okay? And I also take advantage of metabolic swings and to get rid of some excess fat, okay? So, that's pretty much where it started off, but I did do a cyclical diet, and 2 years after that, or, in that 2 years, okay, it came right before my prep, okay? June 16th. This was the end of the off season, okay? The 2-year reverse diet. And this is my numbers: 255 grams of protein, 675 carbs, and 108 grams of fat. That is a crap load of food, okay? And to tell you the truth, if I could do it over again, I probably wouldn't have had a coach wait that long to diet us down, okay? We probably would have done maybe like a 24-week diet or 26-week diet instead of a 20-week diet, because I put on too much excess fat. I really did. So that's what my off-season numbers were right there, okay? So it's just an example to show you that how long it takes to build your metabolic capacity, okay? It's a slow, persistent process that is very, very hard because you got to hit your macros. You can't sit there and go over your macros because you're going to put on fat fast, okay? So it's a slow, deliberate process, and it takes a long time, okay? And that's exactly why, I was able to right now start off my prep right here with these type of macros, okay? As you can see, 2 high days I have right here. I have 605 grams of carbs, 85 grams of fat, and on my low days I have 340 carbs and 90 fat. Okay, that's not bad. I've seen people start their preps off with like 150 grams of carbs, 200 grams of carbs, and they're 12 to 20 weeks out. So you got to eventually keep cutting down like under 100 grams of carbs. Okay, that's insane. Like, I couldn't do that. There's no way I could do that because I like food, I like to stay full, and I like my energy, okay? So that's what my starting numbers were right there for my macros for 20 weeks out. These are my macros right now, okay? My low days, 230 grams of carbs, 70 grams of fat, and then my 2 high days, 435 carbs, 65 fat, okay? So as you can see, Coach has made some pretty aggressive cuts, and this kind of like took me by surprise because you would figure in the off season right here, okay, that I took care of my metabolism for 2 years. I pretty much maxed out my metabolic capacity as much as you almost can possibly do, right? 675 grams of carbs. So I thought that my metabolism was just going to be firing, and I wasn't going to have to make, I wasn't going to have him have to make so many changes throughout my prep, right? Because as you can see, through 10 weeks, the numbers were getting low quick, and he's added probably about 3 or 4, intervals of HIIT cardio. So it's getting intense, and it's still going to drop down probably under 200 grams of carbs, okay? And one of the biggest reasons is because, I have an adaptive metabolism, okay? My body gets accustomed and used to the calorie and the macro ratios really fast. So that's why we have to make drastic and aggressive cuts to get over that plateau, okay? So basically, some take-home points are, max out your metabolic capacity if you're going to compete, okay? Because if you're going to compete, you're going to have to get down to really low body fat levels, and you're going to want to max out your metabolic capacity to make your prep sane and, as healthy as possible, okay? Second thing, watch out for an adaptive metabolism, okay? It could be just that, you didn't max out your metabolic capacity enough. It could be that it's, genetic disposition. So just watch out for that too, okay? And then last but not least, take care of your metabolism, okay? Max it out as much as possible. Hit your macros in the off season. Don't get lazy and sloppy. It's gonna make your prep that much healthier, all right? All right, peace, guys. What's up, everybody? So I hope you guys liked that short little video on metabolic capacity. But back to training this week. So I actually got my training routine actually switched up, and I'm back onto sort of a undulating periodization, non-linear type of training protocol where I'm maxing out and I'm doing some dynamic effort too. So as you can see, I'm going for a triple right there on bench press. I'm not trying to push it to a 1 rep max just because I don't trust it right now. And right here, I'm just testing out my squat. Got 405 pretty good, so I haven't lost a lot of strength right there on the squatting. You got Eric right here. He's just doing some rep work with some squats right here. But also with this routine too is like the speed work. It's actually like a conjugate type of thing designed from the West Side type of training with Louis Simmons, to where you're doing a lot of band work, box squats, stuff like that to build strength, speed, and power. And right here you can see I'm just doing 8 to 10 sets right here with 3 reps and resting about 90 seconds in between sets, working on some speed work on the bench. And right here I tried something different. I actually watched Alberto Nunez's back workout video and got some really good tips. And as you can see right here, I'm not going that high up on the top of the portion of the pull-up right here, and it felt so much better on my lats. Like I was actually able to engage my lats. You know, it didn't mess with anything with my shoulders or anything like that. And as you can see, Eric right here in this video, he didn't take my advice or he didn't watch the video, but he will watch the video because the way he's going all the way up there is not healthy on his shoulders. As you can see, it's a lot of pressure on your shoulders going all the way up, and it's almost like it doesn't even do anything for you to keep going that high. So highly recommend the way that I did it, and take Alberto's advice on that. Right here, we actually just, I don't know why we haven't like really paid attention to this type of machine we have there, but it's almost like a braced incline type of row, and you can mimic it with dumbbells, but it felt really good doing it with that machine right there. And that's something we're definitely going to keep incorporating into our workouts, just because, you know, you can put a lot of load on that. You don't have to sit there necessarily set up the dumbbells right in front of you. And the benches we have at our gym, they're pretty wide, so it's hard to actually pull them up because it actually hits and interferes with it. So that's a really good machine. If you guys have that at your guys' gym, I highly recommend you guys try that out. Right here, we just have chest day with Eric. He's just doing some rep work right here on flat bench presses. And then coming up, we had leg day. So, man, I was so sore after my leg workout just because it's been probably about 12 to 16 weeks since I've done RDLs. And I have hack squats coming up that I did. And then I did box squats with a dynamic effort type of method, and I was so sore. Like, it was ridiculous. I don't remember how sore my legs were before doing a workout like that. So that's definitely, you know, one of the type of phases. It's actually called the alarm phase, and it's when your body gets shocked from a new type of stimulus. And, you know, you got to go through that adaptation phase to make sure your body adapts to the new stimulus it's getting. And that usually takes about, you know, 2 to 3 weeks. So you really have to just push through it when something like that happens. But it's awesome. It's awesome to be on a new routine, and I'm ready to get after it. And right here we have a well-deserved post-workout meal, as you can see. Look at that. That is bomb right there. That's good eating. Talk to you guys next week, peeps. Peace.